Welcome to the Leverage Show. This is Brett Ingram, and I have a confession to make. When I started the Leverage Show several months ago, I really had no idea what the topic was going to be, what the subject matter was going to be, and even quite honestly, what the format of the show was going to be. What I knew is that there were a lot of entrepreneurs out there, there were a lot of people out there, and they had very similar experiences to what I had. You know, being an entrepreneur and sort of starting your own business, feeling that loneliness, feeling that isolation sometimes, and not really being sure of yourself, having those doubts and not knowing where to turn. Nobody in your inner circle understands your situation if they also don't own a business. And even people that are in your life that care a lot about you and are rooting for you to succeed, it's difficult sometimes to go to those people really to get any advice because they don't understand what you go through on a daily basis and how all-consuming having your own business really is. And so I just wanted to reach out. I wanted to connect with people, and I wanted to show you that other people have the same situation. Other people have been through it. Other people go through it. And it sort of evolved from there into, the type of show that it is right now. I've sort of narrowed it down to sort of, short daily snippets of digestible information. I don't want to overwhelm you. I see these podcasts that are 60 and 90 minutes long, and I think to myself, who has that kind of time to sit around and listen or watch some sort of a podcast? So I want them to be small, short little segments, but often. So that way you have some continuity and we can cover something and connect with each other every single day. But the reason that I'm sharing all this with you is because there's a much more important underlying topic that I want to talk about that I think is really relevant. And it's really comes down to your voice and what it is that you know. I talk to a lot of people, and their biggest struggle or their biggest question is, I don't really know anything that everybody else doesn't know. I don't have anything unique to bring to the table. I don't have some special skill or some special experience like some people do where I can share that and it's so unique. Now, look, we all know people in our lives, whether we know them personally or whether we've seen them on TV or whatever, that have had just ridiculously extraordinary experiences. And that's awesome. It gives them something very easy to talk about. But the fact of the matter is, for most people, we're not going to go through something quite that unique. However, it's really important to understand a couple of things. One is that no matter who you are, no matter what life experiences you've had, and no matter what you've accomplished or failed to accomplish in your life, you have a different perspective on life and on different things in your life than anybody else in the entire world. And think about that for a second and let that sink in for a second, because this is the important point that I want to drive home and share with you. Okay, so how many people in the world are trying to lose weight? There's millions of them, right? Millions of people are trying to lose weight. Now, let me ask you, if somebody came up with a weight loss program that was really effective, wouldn't that make all the rest of the weight loss programs in the world not useful anymore? Well, in theory, you would think that it would. But here's the situation. There are people every single day that are losing weight and getting fit with product A and product B and product C and product D. So why is it that there are 4 different products and people are working for all of them? And why is it that every single week there's a new infomercial for a new weight loss product or a new exercise gizmo? The reason is what resonates with certain people and works for them is different than what works for other people. There is no one size fits all. There is no ultimate solution for weight loss or productivity or business success or any of that stuff. And that's the reason that what you see is that no matter how much time goes by, there will always be more of any of the common problems that people have, solutions for those. There are always going to be new exercise gadgets and gizmos. There are always going to be new, marketing and sales tactics and techniques. a lot of this stuff is not new. This is the actual, secret that underlies the whole thing. The principles that are being taught are often the same as they've been taught from the beginning of time. They're just being spun or shown in a different way. And each time somebody takes it and does it in their own voice and does it in their own way, it connects with a different group of people. It's why you can have 100 different fitness products and have case studies for every one of those 100 where people will tell you, oh, this worked great for me. And those same people will tell you, oh, product B didn't work for me. And then you got 100 people for product B saying, oh, that was awesome. And they look back at product A and they say, yeah, that didn't really work for me. Because there was something about it that just didn't connect with who they are. It could just be the timing. They weren't serious about losing weight, so they weren't committed to it. It could be the type of exercise or the type of routine. There are tons of different circumstances. But the important point that underlies it all is that no matter who you are, no matter what your experiences are, no matter what you've gone through in your life, regardless of how ordinary you think it is, it's special to somebody else. You have a unique way of looking at things that if you share that with the world, there are going to be people that resonate with that. And there are going to be people that connect with you because of it. You will attract people that are, that think the way that you think and feel the way that you feel. And so why do I bring this up? Why is this important to understand and to know? Well, there are two reasons. One is if you're an entrepreneur who's trying to start a business, you don't have something established yet, and you're trying to figure out, hey, what business should I start? I don't know what to go into. I don't have anything unique to share. Every other idea that I've got, someone else is already doing. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to invent the light bulb in order to be successful. You need to find a way to explain the light bulb and show the light bulb's value to people in a different way that's already being done. So you don't need to reinvent the idea of exercise. You just need to find some way to make it fun. I mean, think about spinning, okay? Spinning. All it is riding a stationary bike. But if somebody said, oh, I'm going to start classes on riding a stationary bike, nobody would ever do it. They reframe it as spinning. They pump in music. They make it like a race where there's up tempo and down tempo. They do it in a group and everybody loves it and they're all excited about it. That's what we're talking about in terms of just taking what you know and applying it in a way that is unique. A lot of these personal development programs from the huge gurus and the people that have been around for decades also is not new. If you research that, you'll find that those same topics, Napoleon Hill was talking about decades ago. And now all of a sudden there's a whole new crop of people that are teaching personal development and they've all got the franchise on it. Well, they don't. And they'd be the first to admit it. The fact of the matter is they've found a way to present the material in a different fashion that connects with a different audience. So find that voice of yours, whatever it is. And the other message about it is don't wait to start. With the Levrige show, I was going to wait because I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to start. I'm going to start shooting some episodes, and it's going to be ugly at first. I didn't even know what kind of camera angles I wanted to use, what kind of microphone. I was testing different equipment. I was testing different setups, whether I was standing, whether I was sitting, whether I was at a desk with a microphone on my face, whether I was using a lavalier mic like I do now. I had all these different ideas, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to start, and it will crystallize itself. And here's the beauty of it. Find something that makes you feel passionate and go with it. And if you already have a business, it's the same thing. Pick the thing that you think makes your ice cream shop unique or makes you unique about having an ice cream shop or whatever it is. There are millions of ice cream shops, but yours is very unique in one specific way. You own it. You run it. So you're the person who connects with the customers and you have a unique advantage and a unique situation and opportunity to build that connection with people that nobody else can do exactly the way you can. So whatever it is for you, that's what you want to focus on, to build that connection. And if you're not quite sure, just go where it feels right. Just go where it feels right and start. And then after you start, you can start to adjust stuff. You can start to tweak stuff. I still don't know what this show will end up being in its, final evolution. Right now it is what it is, and I think the format works. But if I get feedback and I get ideas and I think that there's a better way to do it, then that's what I'm going to do. If people start telling me, you know what, I hate it when you wear an orange shirt, I'll stop wearing orange shirts. The fact is, I just wanted to be able to make an impact. I just wanted to be able to connect with people. And if I can connect with one person, if you're watching this and you're saying, wow, that really means a lot to me because I felt isolated, I felt alone, I felt confused, and this really helped me feel connected, fantastic, because that's all I'm setting out to do. And so find your voice. You don't need to be 100% unique with all of your content. You need to be unique with your idea and the way that you look at it. Share that with the world, whatever it is, in the form of a product, a service, a podcast, whatever it is for you and whatever it is for your audience. And the right people will resonate to that and they will connect with you and you will build a tribe. You will build an audience that way. And you can become wildly successful doing exactly what it is you're passionate about and that you love. And just get started doing it. Tweak it, perfect it, work on it as you go. But just get started now. Don't waste another day. As always, if you have any questions or comments, share them with me at leverigeshow.com. And until next time, make it happen.